Give positive to Elmas here, and I have for you guys today something new, something that really shouldn't be new to you guys, because I'm sure if you follow other leagues, other people do this. But basically, the idea of this little quote-unquote new series is that every week when I have an opponent, the day before or a day or two before, I should say, I'll be uploading a video where I look at my opponent's team, look at my team, pick what I want, what I think they'll bring, and how to counter it. Basically, it's just leading you guys through my thought process of when I'm trying to counter my opponent, basically. So make sure to leave a like if you're excited for this new series. Also, let me know if you do like the face cam. I want to kind of start doing more face cam, although I didn't really think it was necessary for this. I thought it would just be a nice little addition for you guys. So yeah, let me know how you like that. Also, let me know in the comment section below how I could possibly improve this series. Your suggestions are always open to me, so by all means let me know how I could possibly how I can make better changes, I guess. Yeah, anyways, so actually I meant to do this for my first 2 weeks of EXPNU. Unfortunately, those 2 weeks I was really swamped with personal life stuff going on. So week 3 is actually a bye week. If you don't know what that is week 3 is my bye week, which means I don't have an opponent for that week. It's basically like my week off. But it actually turns out that me and my very good friend Pedro, aka the Great Bulbasaurus the G, actually have the same bye week off. And I was joking around. I was like, Pedro, fight me. Because it was my week off. I was like, I don't have anything to do. I'm not going to have an upload if I don't do this. So I was like, maybe I can get Pedro to fight me, although he probably has another battle this week. Turns out that he didn't. So yeah, that's kind of the gist why I'm doing this. Because if you remember my week 2 EXPNU match, I said that I wasn't going to upload this week. But yeah, here it is, and I thought I would finally incorporate the team analysis before actual battles. I will also be doing this for the UCL, so if you guys who subscribe for the UCL, don't worry, this will be coming to you as well. This will also give you a little insight to how I think, basically, and how I go about making teams and countering. I know I'm wearing a black shirt, it's kind of counterproductive in a dark room, but it's fine. So at this point, you pretty much got a good look at Pedro's team. Really, the main thing that I noted from his team is that he has absolutely no speed. The fastest mon that he has is Excelgor. That's fine. Also, this should be a Steelix, not a Braviary. It hasn't been updated. So yeah, this is Steelix, not Braviary. So let's take a look at my team. Of course, we are the Black City Superiors for EXPNU. For the UCL, we are the Durham Drotagon, so don't get that mixed up. But yeah, this is my team and my picks. So when I looked at Pedro's team, I realized that he literally has nothing for Noivern. Now, in the future, I will try to incorporate maybe putting my opponent's team and my team side by side, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to follow instead of me having to flip back and forth like this. So I apologize about that. But as I was saying, he really has nothing to switch into Noivern. I have Hurricane for this, Flamethrower for this, Draco, Hurricane, Honchkrow can't switch in obviously to anything, well, Flamethrower possibly, Draco Hurricane, Draco Meteor, well, Assault Vest Meloetta can switch in, but it will still be doing a nice chunk of damage. I could also have U-turn for it if I want to run that, Draco Hurricane, Draco Hurricane, and I mean, like, the only way Excelgor would be a threat to my Noivern is if it was faster with Hidden Power Ice, which is probably something I'll actually have to watch out for, so I gotta keep that in mind. And then Delphox, again, Draco Hurricane. So yeah, so basically going into this match, I knew that my first pick was gonna be Noivern. And seeing that the only Pokemon on his team that he had to outspeed was Excelgor, I didn't really see the need to run Timid, because Timid reached 379 speed if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I didn't really see the need to do that, although I don't know why this isn't set to level 50, but it's supposed to be level 50. Everything else is level 50. I can't find my keyboard right now. Hope y'all don't mind. But yeah, we just went with Noivern, and originally I wanted to go with Choice Specs, because I thought, well, Choice Specs, Hurricane, is Draco just automatically nuke and pretty much guarantee OHKOs and KOs. The only problem with that, though, is Granbull and Rotom. It just completely escaped my mind. Reason being is that if I lock myself in the Draco Meteor and he predicts correctly and brings in Granbull, I'm screwed. If he brings in Rotom Heat on a Hurricane, I'm screwed. Meloetta, I guess it doesn't matter if I Draco or Hurricane, but it's still the fact that... Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't fall in the same category as Rotom and Gramble to me, because Gramble resists my Draco. I mean, Gramble doesn't get affected by my Draco, and Rotom resists my Hurricane, as Meloetta is neutral to both of them. So it doesn't matter what I lock myself into if he decides to switch that in. That's why I'm not counting that as a threat. But that's why I mainly chose to go with Life Orb as opposed to Choice Specs. Plus, with Roost, I can pretty much ensure my Noivern can stay around for the entire match. So, already knew, Noivern, #1 threat to his team. Got to make sure to keep that around, keep it as healthy as possible, because that will basically be my win condition in this match. So, taking another look at his team, I noticed that my Thundurus also puts in a lot of work towards his team. And much like Noivern, if I really wanted to, I could run a plus special attack nature for Thundurus, which I think I may actually do. This is actually something I really didn't fully think out up until now, actually. So at level 100, we reach 353 speed, which if we're already running modest Noivern, then I really don't think we actually need to run naive Thundurus, which means we could just go, where is it? Not mild. Is it hasty nature? I think it's hasty. No, it's not hasty. Plus special attack minus Spadef. Where is it? Here we go. Rash. Sorry. Like, my webcam's like right there, like right in the way, so my apologies. But I honestly think we can just go with the Rash nature in this match. Actually, no. No, we can't go Rash nature because, well, yeah, because if he has max speed Flygon, then yeah, okay, so actually what we could do, now that I think about it, we just have to run enough speed to outspeed Flygon. Yeah. So we can drop this down to about 168 and just put the rest into either special attack or physical attack. Which, the only reason I would have the rest in physical attack is to be able to ensure an OHKO on max HP Excadrill, which, I mean, honestly, is not a problem at all, I would assume. Because even if it switches in, it's still going to get to a KO'd, so it's really not a problem. I don't know, what else would I put these 84 in? Because, I mean, 244 still ensures that Expert Belt Psychic still 2 KOs, max defense, max HP Venusaur, so I could put some in HP to potentially take a Brave Bird or Volt Switch, maybe? I mean, at level 50, I doubt that the extra HP would make that much of a difference, is the thing. But I guess it would still be nice to have, to an extent. Because, yeah, there's really no reason for me to run max speed if I'm running Timid, considering that Excelgor already outspeeds. Same for Scarf, Rotom, and Scarf Flygon. So, yeah, there's really no reason for me to run that. It's just a matter of where I want these last 84 to go. And I guess I could just put Knockoff so I can have a better chance to knock out Meloetta on one hit. So, yeah, I think we're going to go 96 attack. And this is the EV spread we're going to be using for our match against Pedro. The reason why I went for Psychic as opposed to like Hidden Power Flying is because Psychic actually has a higher min damage roll than Hidden Power Flying, even though they do the exact max damage and min damage, which I found to be very odd, but the damage calc doesn't lie, I guess, so yeah. Also, I might have mentioned this. I probably said Draco Hurricane. Well, obviously this is Steelix, so it would be Flamethrower. Can still 2 KO it, so yeah. And then also Superpower will be doing more damage to this, so I guess that's supposed to have a Superpower as opposed to having the extra attack, in extra EVs and attack. I apologize. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I think I got about like 3 hours of sleep, and I haven't been able to fall asleep since like 4 in the morning, so yeah, kind of running on fumes right now, but we're good, we're fine, we're fine. So next up we have Knockoff, just because I can knock off Meloetta, I can knock off a Choice Scarf, Leftovers, Assault Vest potentially. So that's just a great utility move in general. Superpower is mainly for Excadrill and Meloetta, because it still hits Meloetta for neutral damage, and it'll hit it more it'll hit it for more damage than Psychic or T-Bolt. Psychic, of course, is only for Venusaur, because Venusaur gets 2 KO'd if it's physically defensive. If it's specially defensive, then it's literally not a problem whatsoever, because I can still deal with it with Noivern. And then I do plan to potentially bring Medicham. I say that because I'm kind of telling you guys how I went to building my team. So Medicham at this point has not come yet into thought. So at this point, I can already beat Venusaur, I can beat Meloetta, I can pretty much beat his entire team except for maybe Hidden Power Ice Excelgor. That's literally like the only thing that would be a problem at this point. So after Noivern and Thundurus, I wanted to be able to just have a bulky wall on my team, just to kind of be a pivot in between his mons. And of course, the first thing that came to mind was Cresselia, because of course Cresselia is probably the bulkiest Pokemon on my team. So after running a couple calcs, I realized that Honchkrow is a giant threat. Like this thing, well, after Stealth Rocks, it doesn't 2-hit KO. It has a 3% chance to 2-hit KO Cresselia with this EV spread, which once you really think about it is just insane because of how fat Cresselia really is. That just goes to show you the raw power of Honchkrow. The plus side to this is that he'll be taking a whole lot of recoil damage from Brave Bird and Life Orb. As much as I would love to be able to put Rocky Helmet on Cresselia just to be able to beat it a little bit easier, unfortunately with me not being able to gain that extra turn of leftovers ensures that Brave Bird 2-hit KOs Cresselia. So I decided just to go with Moonlight, Thunder Wave, Psychic, and Ice Beam. I went with Ice Beam over Moonblast just because Ice Beam still hits this for neutral damage and hits Steelix for neutral damage, as where Psychic and Moonblast would both be resisted, because Psychic still hits this for neutral as well, hits this, well, Psychic hits that, Psychic. So yeah, basically it's just Ice Beam was the better fit as the final move. I mean, I guess I could have gone Calm Mind potentially, but I really didn't see myself sweeping with Cresselia. If anything, I just needed it as a bulky pivot to be able to switch into moves. And then Thunder Wave is just here for support, because I can T-Wave Honchkrow after he hits me with the Brave Bird, then just roost off the damage. I can Thunder Wave Venusaur for potential para hacks in the future. I can paralyze Excelgor because Cresselia is bulky as all hell and can definitely take a Bug Buzz. I can paralyze Granbull if need be, a Meloetta. Basically anything to be able to ensure me a free turn in the future of the battle. So Thunder Wave, just a great move to have in general. So at this point we have, let me move this up here. So we have our modest Noivern, we have our naive Thundurus, and we have Cresselia. So far we're looking good, right? Unfortunately though, he still has this right here, this Entei. And if you look at my team, my only water type is Gorbis, which, well, I mean I have Sharpedo, but obviously that's not going to be switching into Enteis. Gorbis could switch in Entei if it was max defense, max HP, but I didn't really want to bring Gorbis because I didn't really feel that it could Shell Smash and Baton Pass accordingly, because Granbull can T-Wave it, Excelgor has Giga Drain, Meloetta can learn T-Bolt, this could be Scarfed, Specs, T-Bolt, Suicune can set up on me, Venusaur pretty much walls me, and Entei can just spam burns and burn me. So I decided to go with Miltank in this slot. The reason why I wanted Miltank was also because I have Heal Bell, which means my Cresselia, if it gets burned, gets toxic, gets nothing on his team learns Thunder Wave. Oh, Granbull learns Thunder Wave. But if it gets paralyzed, then Miltank comes in handy to be able to get rid of that potential status. Plus, it has Thick Fat, which means I can just about completely stop Entei from being able to just destroy my first 3 members of this team. Plus, not to mention that with Curse, I could potentially get a late game sweep. I was contemplating putting Zap Zipper, but I mean, it's really not worth it, because it's better to have the Thick Fat for his Entei and his Rotom, in my opinion, than have Zap Zipper for just 1 Giga Drain, where he can just Sludge Bomb me and poison me. So yeah, that was kind of the thought process behind that. It's just a fat wall in general. I mean, I could put Stealth Rocks, actually thinking about it. Because, I don't know, do I really see myself sweeping with Miltank is the thing? Because, I mean, Stealth Rock just help out so much against his team. They really, really do. I think thinking about it, it's probably better for me just to have Stealth Rocks, because I mean, I'm still a fat wall, and I can still do damage with Body Slam, I suppose. I guess this does lose me a potential late game sweeper, because I'm also not running Calm Mind Cresselia, but I don't want to just have Psychic as my only offensive move, because if I was running Calm Mind, I would go sub Calm Mind to be able to beat Cresselia, but no, I mean, to be able to beat Suicune and Venusaur, potentially Granbull as well, but if he has Excelgor, then Bulbas already goes through my sub, so I think it's just better to run this set. I don't know, maybe I'll probably change my mind, because I've noticed that in the first 2-week matches that last minute I always change one set and it actually ends up really helping me. So maybe it'll be that instance again, but for right now I think Stealth Rocks is a lot better than having a chance to not sweep with Miltank, as where I can guarantee that I have rocks for a good majority of his team, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, moving on, I realized that Stealth Rocks are a problem to my team. Although he only has one Stealth Rocker, which is Excadrill, that is still very likely for him to bring. So I decided to go ahead and bring Skuntank. Now the reason why I brought Skuntank over Fortress is because Hidden Power Fire, SD Earthquake, Scald Burn, Heat Wave, Superpower, Brave Bird, Sacred Fire, Overheat, Special Move, a lot of damage, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Fire Punch. I think this gets Fire Blast, HP Fire, Steelix, Fire Fang, Delphox, it's Fire type. So yeah, I really did not see Fortress doing anything for me in my matchup against Pedro. So I looked right to Skuntank. Skuntank is actually a pretty good option in my opinion, because I can run Fire Blast for the Steelix and I have Sludge Bomb for the Granbull. And I already knew that I was going to run a special set just because of his Granbull. The only problem was that which moves would I run? So ultimately I decided on Sludge Bomb, Fire Blast, and Defog. As for the last move, I really didn't feel the need to have Crunch or Pursuit, because if I play Skuntank correctly, I can bluff that I'm just specially based, and then if he wants to bring in a Honchkrow thinking he can knock me out with the Brave Bird, I can surprise him with Sucker Punch and potentially just knock him out. And I just kind of went with the weird EV spread. I didn't really run any calcs with this EV spread. The only real calc that I ran was speed, because with Quiet Nature I still outspeed Granbull and his thing right here that's a giant snake, Steelix. And I can also Sucker Punch Delphox, that's a plus. And yeah, that was really it. Plus, if Rotom is physically defensive, Sludge Bomb does more damage. I have Sucker Punch for this, Sucker Punch for this. Fire Blast is still going to be doing a decent bit of damage, although I think after Thick Fat, Sludge Bomb is technically... Actually, Sludge Bomb may do a little more damage, because Thick Fat halves damage. Actually, I think Sludge Bomb actually does a bit more damage. Plus, it can also Fire Blast Excadrill. So yeah, I just knew that specially based would be a lot better than physically based in this type of format. And I just put a bunch of Spadef EVs to be able to switch into Scalds and take some hits from Venusaur if it doesn't carry Earthquake. Also take Bug Buzz's Focus Blasts from the Excelgor. So yeah, moving on to the final member of my team. Again, at this one, I did not think of Medicham as an option. So after looking over it, I was really contemplating bringing Altaria. Unfortunately though, Altaria literally does nothing to help me in this matchup. Not to mention that I already have Noivern, so Altaria was out of the way. Sharpedo really wasn't going to do anything with him having Suicune, Granbull, and Venusaur, so that wasn't an option. Fortress is already gone. Rotom Mo, I was really looking at Rotom Mo. The only problem with that is, though, that if he has Scarf Flygon, he's faster than me. Outside of Will-O-Wisp and Venusaur, I really can't do anything to him. Steelix can switch into Leaf Storms and Volt Switches. Excelgor can... Does it? I don't think Excelgor outspeeds, does it? Hold on. Let me do the math real quick. 297 times... No, yeah, okay, so Excelgor doesn't outspeed, but... Well... I guess the only real purpose I would have was to bring it for Excelgor, but honestly, outside of that, I really didn't see any use for it. And ultimately, I looked at Medicham. Now, the reason why Medicham was last to come into mind is because I didn't really think it'd be helpful in this matchup until I actually thought about it. Because if you look at his team, Adamant Choice banded Medicham. 2 KOs his entire team bar Granbull, which already takes like 40% from a Zen headbutt. Hold on, let me show you guys the calc. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'll put Gramble over here. Just go RU defensive because it's the same thing. Medicham, all out wall breaker. Let's go max attack. Item. Choice band. Now at level 50, attacks do slightly more damage. Look at that. 41 to 49%. After Stealth Rocks is a 24% chance to 2 KO. A max default. No, this is max defense. Hold on. Sorry. Getting overhyped. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so after Rocks, it's a 9% chance to OHKO. To a KO, sorry, Gramble. But still, the fact that this does so much damage after an Intimidate is really, really impressive. So, I decided to slap on Medicham. And honestly, I was really debating on whether or not I should make it Scarfed Adamant or just keep it Banded. The reason why I would like for it to be Scarfed Adamant is because I cannot speed more of his Pokemon. But at that point, look, it loses so much raw power. And I can also 2-KO Suicune. I OHKO Venusaur if it's physically defensive. Specially defensive gets OHKO'd as well. Literally nothing on his team switches in to Adamant Choice Band and Medicham. So I have two huge wall breakers that just severely hurt his entire team. I have a solid wall core between Miltank and Cresselia and Skuntank if he wants to clear it. And then I have a powerful mixed attacker in the form of Thundurus. So, I'm pretty confident going into this matchup. I really think that the Black City Superiors can pull off this victory. Even though it's an exhibition match and it really doesn't matter if we win or lose, I am here to win. So, let me know, do you guys think we will be able to beat the Blackthorn Bulbas? See, I forgot their name because that's how confident I am. So with that being said, guys, make sure to leave a like, leave your opinions on how I can improve the series. And with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Later, everybody. Why did I do that? I need to find an outro.